Hello, everybody. This is Derek. Tried streaming yesterday, that didn't work out so well. Hopefully, things work better today. I'm also going to try streaming a game I've never played before. This is Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown on PlayStation 4. I love the Ace Combat series, albeit I've been away from it for a little bit. It's kind of based on a similar world to ours, but they changed the political names to make it something different. And since this is Memorial Day, I guess I wanted to at least somewhat kind of reflect on those that have given up the ultimate sacrifice for the freedoms that we have, since this is Memorial Day. So like I said, this is a PlayStation 4's Ace Combat 7 by Bandai. Like I said, kind of a flight simulator-like game, kind of set close to the present day, but just with like fictional territories and whatnot. So hopefully the stream's working better than it did yesterday. I know we had some issues with it, but either way, hopefully it'll make it for an interesting stream. And I haven't played in a while, so we'll see how this goes. Here we go. First mission. That'd be me, Trigger, I guess. Taking down hostile bombers. Pretty straightforward for a flight sim game. Here we go. Not here. So, start the mission. We're trying to take out enemy bombers that are attacking our base. They look like Tu-95 Bears, Cold War era type bombers. And looks like we're flying an F-16C, which pretty familiar aircraft. Serves a lot of National Guard units in our country, although getting phased out by the F-35 by the longer we go. Looks like we got kind of a medium range air-to-air missile there with the AAM. And let's give her a go. Looks like we got sidewinders on the rails, on the outside rails. This is the campaign mode on Ace Combat 7.
Radar sight still silent. Rebel, got those birds in the sky. Sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers in. Don't know how many.
Clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Big squadron, head to runway. Golf squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, big squadron.
Looks great.
Call sign is Page 2. Verify and be back. Page 2, clear for takeoff. Station's tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have to go. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor. Get that bird into your base then.
Do that. Golf squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Page 1. Page 2 altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
Looks like the harbor's taking a lot of edge.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, warm up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golden Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Go for understood. This is the AWAC Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. Don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp. Welcome.
Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers.
I think we can see them. This is definitely supposed to be like a tutorial type mission. You can tell I don't really have to do a lot of maneuvering. Pretty obvious what my objective is.
Looks like bombers have been located. It's showtime, Trigger. Let's see if we can empty spot, so play along. It's still a leash, though.
Man, this is what a lockdown by now.
Anyone confirmed down.
So pretty simple
Good job,
kill
H2.
there. Didn't really have to think too hard. I'm sure it's going to get more difficult.
Switch your radar, see if you can locate the enemy.
Okay. There's some rain here. It's pretty realistic with the condensation coming across the windshield. Played a lot of flight simulators when I was back in like the big box PC days. Strike Commander, TFX. Those are PC games I love to play. Looks like we got another enemy.
Way overhead. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Looks like they might be coming low. So we got MiG-21s.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Missile did not connect. Locked. Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid showed some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely got his feet wet. Trigger, don't forget your special weapon. That's it. It's great. That's it.
Pretty simple. Like I said, it's a tutorial mission just to get you
Too shabby,
introduced to
H2.
the controls.
Still a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back in base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1 over. Tally 2 minutes.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
All their triggers settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. We'll go. Element 2, let's maintain element.
Stupid, like, do the whole mission by himself.
Player 6 coming, sir.
Why not? That's what we're here for.
Locked. Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
Thank you. Attention all combat crews. Are there any drones with or by? Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus. This is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass.
Gotta love the dialogue in these games.
Can you tell them apart?
H2 bandit confirmed down.
They can burn it down, Dayla. to missile. Enemy fire. Mark 2.
Probably don't see too many gun kills in today's.
Missile connected. On ready.
H2, keep your focus. You got this.
Again, if you're new to the stream, this is Ace Combat 4, or sorry, Ace Combat 7 for PlayStation 4.
You're on the clear.
So we completed our first mission.
Black Panther looks like
Pretty
he's got
simple
this.
stuff.
Let's slow down.
And this is just
one
the
sword.
normal campaign
Don't
mode.
try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Squad Twin, this is HQ. Can you confirm any drones? What's the deal with all the drones? Column 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
I am Princess Rosa Pusek-Delis of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Your call sign is H2. Verify and be back. H2, clear for takeoff.
So that would be like if I wanted to watch like a replay of my entire mission. It's a pretty typical Ace Combat feature. And I'm sure I'm going to take a wild guess, and just like other Ace Combat, you can earn points, which then you can use to upgrade and buy better
We are
aircraft.
currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk.
Oh, we lost an
know the
aircraft
attacking
carrier.
bogies were from Erusia.
So it looks like we're on a war with Erusia, our old enemy. You played the other Ace Combat games, you can see me streaking ahead of my wingmate because I'm not a team player. I let him pass me, and then I'm like, okay, then I'll fly past you again.
You have our
So again, that would be like a little 3D overview of my, now it's showing me some things I unlocked. And we're going to our next mission. I don't know if there's a lot of cutscenes
As
between.
of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national
Of course, it
state
doesn't
of
look like anything
emergency.
we've seen
They have
before, right?
ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN.
ENN.
OSEA launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yuzha was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head to head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Yusians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Yuzha, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Ocean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye. I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia on the opposite side of the Yusian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out. They set the dogs on me.
So there you have it. Pretty intense story. Strange, you're a prisoner, and now apparently you're gonna end up just saving the day. I wonder on the space elevator, do they have elevator music? I don't know. That's bad. That's a bad joke. But first thing I was thinking of when they were talking about space
Right
elevator.
after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major
major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Usha. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized on the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advanced element. First, we will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Oh, all that? So now we're going to attack some ground targets. This will probably be like your ground attack mission tutorial, especially when you notice they're all like in a nice straight line. It's just too simple. But I'm sure it'll be a little challenging, but not by much. This is the aircraft tree. Oh, I think it's showing me like how things go. We get out of there. Oh, we can see where things lead to. Okay. These are like upgrades or whatever. Okay. I don't need to see anymore. I don't really have any other special, so yeah, that's about it. That's all I can do. So
Wing squadron is ready ASAP.
now in the Ace Combat 4, you can engage ground targets with air-to-air missiles, which of course is ridiculous, but simplifies the game. You could also equip your aircraft with more like ground attack ordnance, like cluster bombs or rocket pods. But I'm sure for simplicity reasons, it was easier just to.
Destroy the target.
Got it.
HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Target destroyed.
We're sick. Fire the AA. We have vehicle out of there.
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun. Looks like
Anti-air contained products.
target destroyed. 5 to go.
It's kind of weird how targeting is working so far.
Target destroyed. Continue to engage discretion.
Okay, recruits.
Missile launch. 5 targets remaining.
Not just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your
2, 1.
On target 6.
3 targets remaining.
I guess.
Multiple planes on the radar. Hostile.
But the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Calm down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what IG turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is column 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones. Column 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy quarters and get out. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I just wish they give us a bit more warning. Enemy confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Column Squadron, you're not gonna let me cheat on the glory, are you?
3 enemies to go.
This one's tail.
Missile evaded. H2, you've iced up.
Enemy does a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase him down and pull the trigger. Column 2, the enemy's reading you. I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
That's about it. Try.
You're doing good. There's 2 more. Column Squadron, Serrano.
Find target and ready to attack.
Missile incoming.
Oh.
Invade.
Welcome to the stream. This is Ace Combat 7. This is the second mission of the
Let's get through this without any
campaign.
casualties.
On target 6.
Lock broken rounds. 2.
Keep your eyes open in those clouds. Trigger, don't let them get around and I'll take down one at a time.
Got him.
Nice kill, Trigger.
That should be it. Welcome to the stream.
Nice work, everyone. Mission complete on TV.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
Feel free to, I guess, chat about anything. I'm not going to be the greatest player of this game.
These days. You shoot
This is Ace Combat 7 by Bandai, PlayStation 4. So we're 2 missions in. Really, the tutorial missions. First one was a simple air intercept. Now it's this one was more of a ground attack until we ended it. So now we're probably going to hear a little more about the story as we go on to our next mission. Okay.
Surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Oceania, suffer major damage. The ships that were on the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and it was at sea, so spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing Russia's capital for fun. The Archangel Union Keeping Force reclaimed its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Graves Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. First objective will be to seize air superiority in Vandenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Vandenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's one, so listen carefully. Right from the start, the unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenalberg, carries this new drone and provides support. However, it's been. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
So simple air intercept 4 pounds, F-16s. Singular F-16. Hi, welcome to the stream. I know I've been having some connectivity problems. I'm not sure why. The internet, for whatever reason, this weekend in my place has been a bit iffy. I'm not sure why. At least in my house, I'm the only one that's really using the internet somewhat heavily. So, you know, it's because of the holiday or what, but it's nice out. People know I'm going to be on their computers very much right now, but so this is the third mission of Ace Combat 7 here on PlayStation 4.
Moon Squadron aircraft preparations complete.
You see the chat's not working, which is unfortunate. I certainly would love to interact if possible, but I guess you're gonna have to leave those comments or whatever, and for the fun. Crap, start.
Maintain your current. How long you gonna keep us waiting?
I was on the stream, and I know my stream has been unstable, but I had the good of actually being.
Doctrines our joint forces are engaged. Will arrive right in the middle of the action. Doesn't mean we can ease up. Which one will come?
One thing you're lucky stars. Okay, good man. 200. Keep up that record.
I'm killing the other guys that went wild and dirty things.
Once you hit one of them, 6 them like glue. Don't let them out of your sight, even in the clouds.
And so your first hunting season begins.
You can't beat it, miss. Use them.
Three remaining.
Shooting has a lot on you. This way. This trigger.
All aircraft.
Take out big baby Huey.
Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2. Take over command. Situation.
Shit, brother, dude, you copy? Let me know. Oh, shit. Stage 2 is crashed.
We just learned that Rusia is utilizing crossover. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready to talk.